Governmental corruption is not a new thing, but the Marcos family took some personal interest to a proficient level. As Marcos leads the audience through her home, everyone knows that after her husband's deposition, they were left with nothing. Her gilded house full of vases and diamond-encrusted tat and portraits of the former First Lady in her youth is a very weird statement of nothing. However, compared to what she used to have, it must look like little peanuts. In their prime, the Marcos family subsisted on a diet of diamonds, gold, and luxury cars. Imelda even showed off a Bulgari bracelet that was valued at $1 million back in 1986. This is a price tag that would bring home more than double the amount by 2019 standards. She also had bulletproof clothes. Many notebooks also detailed celebrations that included $451,000 on Cartier jewels, $43,370 on Asprey sterling silverware, and even $2,000 on chewing gum. The American wife of a Marcos cabinet member recounts a similar story. Gazing out at the Manhattan skyline, the First Lady asked her staff if they liked New York's Crown Building. They replied positively, "Good," Marcos said, "because I'm gonna buy it." And this is how the accumulation of a portfolio of prime American real estate was started, with the Marcos family expanding their bejeweled grip to a Wall Street skyscraper, a Fifth Avenue tower, and additional holiday homes in Beverly Hills, New Jersey, and across 13 acres of Long Island. While Filipino authorities also seized more than 100 missing paintings, which are believed to be bought with laundered cash. In 2014, one painting popped up at an auction in New York and was finally sold for $43 million. That painting was Monet's Les Bassins aux Nymphes. 3 other Impressionist articles followed suit, and sales were finally traced back to Marcos. She proclaimed innocence and also paid $3.5 million for an original Michelangelo. The height of her ostentation was probably Kalawit Safari Park. In 1976, the former president addressed Tony Parkinson, a Brit in the business of zoological translocation, with a suggestion. His wife had just been on safari. According to her, the Philippines deserved its own version. This meant exporting tons of exotic animals to a small island off the coast of Palawan, all under the pretense that the Kenyan government had requested service in the protection of endangered animals. However, a global body found no such request. The distance from Eastern Africa to the Philippines was even enough to hinder the project. It only took a briefcase of cash to convince Parkinson. If you are liking this content so far, please consider subscribing and liking this video. Now let's continue. More than 250 families were dethroned to make way for the new citizens. One woman speaking to the camera in a famous scene says she'll never forget how the Marcos government chose its pets over its own people. Natural bamboo forests were cleaned to create a quasi-savanna. Gazelles, impala, giraffes, zebras, and water bucks also arrived soon. The island prospered, and it made a complete family getaway. However, paradise was lost after a bloodless people power revolution, in which the public railed against 9 years of horrid martial law. The Marcos administration was knocked down, with no official gamekeepers and no knowledge conveyed to the remaining island residents. Animals were overpopulated. Giraffes with shorter necks were also identified. It wasn't rare for a male baboon to mate with his biological kids, and for them to breed with one another. According to reports, it's the damage you can't see that's most worrying. While reflecting upon his part in the Marcos kingdom, Imelda's reasoning for the entire problem was quite simple. She just wanted to make things beautiful. The Marcos family vacated their official presidential residence at Manila's Malacañang Palace. Raiding protesters found a bunch of treasures, including 15 mink coats, 508 couture gowns, 888 handbags, and most importantly, 3,000 pairs of designer shoes. Well, that was just what the Marcos staff hadn't had time to pack into the family's escape plan to Hawaii. Many people blamed the family for smuggling more valuables among the Marcos infants' costumes. What should leave you shocked is that Imelda Marcos avoided conviction. 28 individual criminal charges were dropped, despite a commission mainly made to recoup the ill-gotten equity of the Marcos family. quickly. Only a fraction of the money was ever repaid. Well, the money still talks. The oldest son, Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos, is a senator and one on good terms with the recent right-wing populist leader Rodrigo Duterte. His presidential campaign was heavily funded by the Marcos empire. In turn, Bongbong's pitch for vice president was also endorsed by Duterte. The Marcos matriarch still lives a life full of entertainment, including some designer clothes and handing out dollar notes on any public appearance during the campaign. She even achieved her own tenure in the Philippine Congress. But on top of the corruption and the huge blundering from public coffers, the devastation of the Marcos family is still yet to resolve. In the first act of The Kingmaker, which is the latest entry in documentarian Lauren Greenfield's exploration of how the super wealthy people live, the frail matriarch shuffles between hallways and corridors of Baroque framed pictures portraying different meetings with world leaders. You can assume that the garden-based exhibition was organized especially for the camera. And as she talks over a special episode with Chairman Mao, a frame is pushed by accident, breaking down on the floor. She moves on to the next as if no such thing has happened. What are your thoughts on the dark truth of Imelda Marcos's wealth? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. With that being said, it's time to end our today's video. Press the like button and subscribe to our channel for more interesting stuff. Peace out!